Today I'm going to be doing another tier list, but one that might be the most important one of all. The character tier list, the captain you play as, the person you get to run around in this leafy little fun world as, the one that pulls the strings. Which one is good? Which one is your favorite? Which one would you want on your list? I want to know where you guys would put them. This is going to be my opinion on these characters. I've played them all. I've lived all these lives with all these characters. Put myself in their shoes and thrown a bunch of them in. So, here I am doing a tier list of the characters. Popping it off with the most, I'd say the most known character. I mean, he's in Smash Bros. Anytime you see any Pikmin concepts with him, his face is there, whether it's a trailer, whether it's like that game itself. You play through the first two games with him, so like, I feel like he's the one that really started it all, you know? He's the one who crash landed on this planet. He's the one that crash landed on PNF 404. He's the one that everybody's notes are based off of. He wrote like a whole like book worth of like notes of these little alien creatures, so everybody in this like franchise knows who Olimar is and like use his notes in order to like succeed. And for that alone, yeah, I mean, he's the face of Pikmin. Of course he has to be S tier. So down here we have his partner in crime. He was assigned his partner in Pikmin 2 in order to go back to the Pikmin planet and grab all of the treasure once again, just to get the company out of debt. Although he's not as awesome and adorable as he seems. He used to be my favorite growing up as a kid. I had no idea, like, when I was younger I never could beat Pikmin 2, so he was just with me like all the time. So like, I really liked him. He was cool. Then I find out that he was like super into bugs, which was, you know, he's always hungry. I kind of like that about him. He's relatable. Who isn't hungry? But the thing about him is that he's a little too hungry sometimes. Eating the entire supply of what they use to pay off their debt of the Pick carrots, the madman just swallowed up and swallowed everything in PNF 404. Every freaking enemy. I wouldn't be surprised if he ate some Pikmin 2 along the way. S tier. You should know why he's S tier. He's awesome. He's just a little hungry guy. Okay, Shucho, the president of Hokotate Fright. You get to play as him in Pikmin 2, and he's also, I also always think back to the time that I see him fly away from that ship as you're leaving, just the he gets friggin' blown away. He's a sweetheart, but he's not in the same league as Olimar and Louie. They're just people that just create chaos everywhere they go. I'm gonna put him in B tier. He's bad at managing the company. They're always in debt, always getting sent back to the planet. Probably doesn't pay Olimar enough, you know. I'm gonna put him in B for greed. We got Captain Charlie from Pikmin 3. He's the first person that wakes up after crash landing on PNF 404 on a snow area, and you get to see some beloved yellow boys with him. And of course he's the first to get himself into a situation as he walks into a cave and just gets swallowed by a boss. Just like, if I had control of Charlie, maybe that situation would have gone a little different, but he lost the battle. He's gonna go B tier just because he's a good captain. He's got some funny lines. His rubber ducky, like, iconic to Pikmin 3, the rubber ducky. It's his rubber ducky. And Louis steals the rubber ducky, which is why he goes into S tier. Yeah, also the madman steals all of your food in Pikmin 3 and runs away. Thank you, Louis, for that. But like I said, he's just a hungry guy, you know. When y'all are a little hungry, don't y'all just go friggin' ham on people's food? Alright, we got Alf down here. I'm gonna say, I always liked Alf, even though he's kind of like a nerd. He's like the the technician or like the engineer scientist of the crew from Pikmin 3, but I liked him the most because he looked like Olimar, I guess. Like when I was younger and it came out, I was like, I like this one because he looks like Olimar. I don't like this one because he doesn't look like Olimar. I like this one because it's a girl. You know, that's the way I was looking at him. I was like, alright, I'm gonna go A tier. I like Alf. He's a little bit of a nerd, so he doesn't get S tier, but Brittany, I thought her name was Brittany. I called her Brittany for like the first few times that I played it, and anytime I kind of bring her up in conversation, she was Brittany. But I was always like, when you switch to her, Alf says Brittany, and that's her name. It's like Brittany, or something like that. Yeah, it's she's awesome. She's cool. I like her character in Pikmin 3. She's very like bossy, and like kind of like takes charge and takes command. But just like Louie, she's a hungry lad, and I don't know, something about being hungry is just so relatable to me. We got the customizable captain from Pikmin 4. Customizable captain gets, I mean, this is Megan. Nothing too special about her. I don't really have much to say about the captain in Pikmin 4, just because, like, you know, I named her, I customized her. You know, she had no backstory. She was just like the rookie that you are. No backstory. Like, I don't know. She just didn't have a whole lot to relate to. But I love being able to customize a character, so I'm gonna give her a B tier. The only thing that's holding her up is being able to customize them. Okay, we got Colin.
There could be a stranded rescue officer out there. We'll be counting on you. You better help them. Rescue them. Preferably soon. I say that because you're slow.
When I first saw Colin, I was like, oh my god, like Mr. Mime looking dude, like telling me there's a big problem, and he looks silly. I don't know. I don't like his like head shape. I didn't like his Muppet looking mouth. Like, it just looks like a sewn-on, like, Muppet mouth. I never was into him. I gave him a silly voice just because of the way he looked. I was like, I'll give him, like, some kind of Muppet voice. I was like,
hey, I'm here. I'm Colin. And that's the kind of guy I am. I'm gonna go into C tier.
yeah, he belongs in C tier. He is an ugly guy, but he's pretty funny the way he kind of commentates, like when you're down in the sub-levels, like if you're ever in a situation, like if you're in the submerged castle and he's out and the big guy is out and you're running away and he's just like, just get out of there, there's no point, like, he cracks me up. We got Shepard, the captain of the, I forgot the name of the ship and the crew, but she's the captain of the rescue corps in Pikmin 4. She's basically like your captain once you recruit her. One of the first people you find in the game. She's kind of similar to, I'd say she's a little bit of a coward. Like when you find her, she's hiding in a tree from Bulborbs. But I don't know, if I didn't have Pikmin in a Pikmin game, and you know, I was faced with like the Bulbears, the Bulborbs, and the Dwarf Bulborbs, I think I'd be hiding in a tree too, so I guess that's a little bit relatable. But I like her. She takes that commanding voice. That's the kind of voice I gave her. I like her attitude. I'm gonna put her in A tier. Ahaha, we have, oh, what was his name? The scientist from Pikmin 4. I forgot what his name was, but he's the one that supplies you the upgrades, the treats, the Heelys, and honestly, without him, you'd probably be going down a lot more. He's the guy that provides all of the upgrades from, say, like if you got the upgrade in Pikmin 2 after beating a boss, you take it and then you're able to craft something. This guy crafts them over time, so he would just like start you off. He's like, oh, you want flame gear? I got you. You want electricity gear? I got you. Oh, what's that? You want to take more hits? Bro, I got this badass new armor suit that you can try out. Like, you couldn't beat Pikmin 4 without my mans here. You probably could, but you know, who would want to? This guy makes you OP, and everybody likes being OP. We got Dingo. Dingo, like, throughout the story of the game, he kind of, like, puts himself to kind of be, like, a person that's, like, of skill. Like, he always kind of, like, hype himself up, kind of. Like, who knows if he deserves it, but every time that he hypes himself up, he says, like, under his breath, like, oh, I wish I wasn't here, oh, thank God I don't have to work, or thank God I don't have to do anything. Dingo, since you're lazy and you don't want to do anything to help us, it even said when I unlocked him, like, oh, he can take your place when you die. He never did that. He just wanted to stay at the base. I'm putting him in D tier. I don't like Dingo. I'm gonna go with this is the, like, doctor. We call him Doc. I forgot his name. I think it was like Yanni. Yeah, I think his name is Yanni. Yeah, without Yanni's help, we wouldn't have been able to cure any of the leaflings in this game. Yeah, without him, we wouldn't have been able to succeed. He's a good character. I'm gonna put him in C tier with Colin, just because, like, thank God he was there to help us out. Same thing with Colin, but, like, I don't know. I wasn't too fond of the character. Okay, we got Bernard, the pilot. Cool guy with the shades. As soon as I, like, rescued him, I was, like, immediately blown away. I was like, oh, this is the cool captain. Like, everybody was looking for him. He's just so, like, down to earth and chill. I like Bernard a lot. I'm gonna put him in B tier. Yeah, I was thinking A tier just because I really like his character, but I'm thinking B tier just because of, like, you get him later in the game, and then I guess he's the reason that you unlock, like, the next few areas. But I'm gonna put him in B tier. Now we got Otachi, the man, the myth, the legend, the second captain, the guy who can just kill everything with his mega chomp. He can run at everything, stun everything. He can even carry up to 100's worth of Pikmin. Like, honestly, you could probably beat this game with just Otachi. Like, he's such a good character, and honestly, I had my doubts when he first came out. Like, I was like, well, they're gonna put a dog in here, maybe, I don't know, maybe there's something different we can do, or will he kind of break the game, or will he make it weird or worse? It's weird that this dog throws Pikmin, but no, over time I grew to love him. I mean, I got the pin set, and it just has a big old Otachi. Otachi's on the cover. Like, I love Otachi, so I'm just like, I'm so happy to have gotten him again. I'm so happy that he, like, popped up, I guess. It's such a unique way to play a Pikmin game, being able to ride on a little guy and he can carry all of your Pikmin. Like, it just adds to, like, how much more he can do with this game. And he can jump, which is something none of the captains could do in any of the Pikmin games. So, I love Otachi. Otachi immediately gets S tier. He's awesome. You know, he's above everybody. He is the best. Everybody loves Otachi. If you don't love Otachi, are you really a Pikmin fan? Otachi's the best. And we got Moss down here. This is Olimar's little pet dog, and he's a good boy too, so he gets A tier. I like him too. He's kind of like in the hero's hideaway in Pikmin 4, one of the areas that you unlock later in the game. He kind of like maneuvers around and chases you and tries to whistle your Pikmin, and when he does this goofy run trying to get the Pikmin back to his, like, base to kind of, like, put them somewhere. I don't know. He's always frantically looking for you, and then he would just play this silly music, and he would just kind of run after you, and it's just like, at first he seems like the bad guy, but he's just, like, looking for a friend. Like, he befriended Olimar, he befriended Louie. He didn't care. He was just happy to be involved. Like, what a good boy. What a good boy to, like, all humans that kind of, like, stumble upon him no matter what they do. So, I think this is a pretty decent tier list of the characters in Pikmin. I just wanted to kind of, take a step back, look at all of the characters that were in the series, what they did for us, what we learned from them, what they did for us, the Pikmin they threw, the bosses they beat, the upgrades they got, the friends along the way. I'd say I'm pretty satisfied with this list. If I would make any changes, I would say move custom character to A. Yep, I'm satisfied with that. This is going to be my tier list for the characters in Pikmin 4. Or characters in Pikmin in general, excuse me. Alright. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more. Take it easy. I'll be uploading a lot of more Pikmin content onto the second channel, like the VODs and all that. So please, come check it out if you want. If you want to ever see me live and come and comment into the chat, I mean, I'd love to have you. So take it easy.